Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're switching gears a bit, diving into something curated just for you guys out there.
Intriguing. What's on the docket today?
We're going to take a deep dive into the Men's Resource Center
Okay.
and their really fascinating approach to men's health.
I'm all ears.
So, have you ever heard of a physical health check, like a real checkup, that includes wellness coaching and harm reduction tools all in one?
That's a pretty unique combination.
It is, and that's exactly what we're unpacking today.
Sounds like a head-to-toe kind of thing.
Yeah. It's like getting the check engine light diagnosed, for your body, but way more in-depth and insightful.
I like that analogy. So like a pit stop for your well-being.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm definitely interested. This Men's Resource Center, it's kind of a game changer, isn't it?
It really is.
I mean, think about it. Men were often told to just, tough it out, walk it off when it comes to health concerns.
Yeah, rub some dirt on it.
Exactly. But this approach, this whole thing, it flicks the script. It offers a space, a judgment-free zone where guys can, actually get a comprehensive checkup without all the usual stigma.
A safe space for the guys. I love that.
Yeah.
So let's break down this check engine light idea a little further.
Okay.
In this physical health check, they measure 8 vital signs.
Okay. Lay it on me.
So we got blood pressure, oxygen levels, heart rate, weight, which they use to calculate BMI, temperature, respiratory rate, blood sugar, and they even do an EKG.
Wow. That's pretty comprehensive.
It is. So what I'm curious about is, WHY, these specific readings, what makes them so crucial?
Well, think of it this way.
Great.
Each reading, each one of those numbers, it provides like a critical piece of the puzzle when it comes to your overall health.
Makes sense.
Like, for example, we all know high blood pressure is bad,
Right.
but it's more than just, a number on a chart. Imagine your arteries, the ones carrying blood throughout your body. Imagine they're like a network of highways.
Okay. I'm following you.
So high blood pressure, that's like constant rush hour traffic on those highways. It puts a strain on the entire system,
Makes sense.
and that increases the risk of, serious problems down the road, like heart attacks or strokes.
Oh, wow. I never thought about it like that.
Like a clogged hose, right? Eventually, something's got to give.
Yeah, I see what you mean. That analogy really paints a vivid picture.
It's all about perspective.
So it's not just about being in the normal range, right?
Yeah.
It's more about understanding what those numbers, what they actually mean for your day-to-day life, your overall health.
Exactly.
Okay, so what about something like low oxygen levels? How does that factor in?
Oh, low oxygen levels. Those can be a real energy zapper. It's like, imagine trying to run your car on fumes. You might sputter along for a while, but you're not going to be performing at your best. It impacts everything. I mean, everything from your physical stamina to your mental sharpness, brain fog, fatigue.
Wow. So oxygen, it's kind of a big deal.
It's kind of crucial.
I'm starting to see all these readings. They're not just numbers. They're really indicators of how well your body's actually functioning, right?
Absolutely. They're like, your body's trying to talk to you. Give some hints.
Yeah. Okay, so what really intrigues me about this Men's Resource Center, it's this whole wellness wingman concept.
Wellness wingman. Tell me more.
It sounds like they're taking those numbers, all those readings we just talked about, and they're turning them into actionable insights, right? Like not just data, but what you can actually do with it.
You got it. They use this advanced health analytics platform.
Okay.
And this platform, it analyzes your readings and compares them to vast amounts of health data. So it's not just about seeing if you're within the normal range. It's about understanding your individual health trends.
Oh, so it's like personalized, tailored to you?
Exactly. And the best part, the platform generates immediate feedback, like right then and there. Pinpoints areas of concern, offers proactive advice, all tailored specifically to you.
So it's like having a personalized health report, not just, a generic printout with a bunch of numbers and medical jargon that you can't even understand.
Exactly. They call it a specialized wellness prescription because it's a customized action plan built on what's measured and discussed during your session with the health coach.
Okay, so now I'm really curious about this prescription. What kind of things does it actually include? Like, what can a guy expect to walk away with?
Oh, it can be incredibly diverse. Really depends on your individual needs.
Okay.
So, for example, let's say you have high blood pressure.
Uh-huh.
Your prescription might include, simple stress management techniques. You can incorporate those into your daily routine. Or maybe some delicious recipes for heart-healthy meals, or even a referral to a fitness coach to help you get moving.
Okay, so it's not just about identifying the problems, it's about, giving you the tools and resources to actually address them, actually make changes.
Exactly. It's about taking action.
That's incredibly empowering. I like that.
It's all about moving beyond just the data, and giving you a roadmap to better health. And one of the most helpful things they provide, it's something they call a doctor's note.
Oh, yeah, I saw that mentioned in the materials we were looking at.
Right.
But is this like an official diagnosis?
Yeah, not at all. It's more of a concise summary of your key readings
Mhm.
and any potential, red flags that came up during your session.
Okay.
It's designed to smooth communication with your physician, so you're not walking in there cold.
Oh, I see. That's clever. I can't tell you how many times I've walked into a doctor's appointment and completely blanked on important details. Like, what was I even going to ask about?
It happens to the best of us.
Right. But this way, having that doctor's note, you're walking in fully prepared and can have uh, a more productive conversation with your doctor.
Exactly. It's about shifting the dynamic. You're
Yeah.
not on the spot, trying to remember everything.
Yeah.
You have a clear document, it facilitates a more focused discussion, ensures your doctor has all the relevant information to, effectively address your concerns.
It's like having a knowledgeable ally in your corner, helping you navigate the healthcare system.
Yeah.
And speaking of navigating tricky terrain, this is where the Men's Resource Center takes a really unique turn.
Oh, how so?
They go beyond just physical health checks or
Yeah.
address some of the more sensitive topics that men often hesitate to discuss.
That's pretty important.
It is.
It's about breaking down those barriers,
Yeah.
creating that open dialogue.
Exactly. And they do it in such a thoughtful way. They create this safe, judgment-free environment where guys can bring up these concerns and actually get the support they need.
That's pretty powerful.
It is. It is.
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, so many men struggle with these issues in silence.
Yeah,
They
absolutely.
suffer alone because they're afraid to talk about it, or they don't even know where to turn.
It's like they think they're the only ones going through it.
Right, exactly. But the Men's Resource Center, they're saying, hey, this is normal. These are common concerns. You don't have to suffer in silence. We're here to help.
And it's not just about, giving guys a pat on the back and saying it's going to be okay. They actually provide resources and referrals to specialists.
Absolutely. They address things head on. For instance, lots of guys, they experience concerns about their sex drive at some point in their lives.
Right. Happens to the best of us.
It does. It does.
Yeah.
And the Men's Resource Center, they get it.
Yeah.
They acknowledge this reality, and they offer referrals for treatments like, the hard-on pills without any shame or awkwardness.
So they're making it okay to talk about these things.
Exactly. It's about normalizing it, taking the stigma away. And they also have resources for men dealing with, hair loss, recognizing the impact this can have on self-esteem and overall well-being.
Yeah, those are real issues that can affect a guy's confidence.
Absolutely. And it can be really isolating.
It is. It is. But they're saying, hey, we see you, we hear you, and we're here to support you.
That's refreshing,
It really is. It's refreshing to hear about an organization that tackles these often overlooked aspects of men's health.
Yeah, and it goes beyond just those specific issues. They also work with guys who are, feeling burned out or low on energy, like life been throwing one too many punches their way.
Yeah, that can really take a toll.
It does. It does. And they understand the unique pressures that men often face, whether it's in their careers, relationships, or just trying to navigate the complexities of modern life.
So they're not just addressing the physical symptoms, right? They're also taking into account the emotional and mental factors that can impact a man's health.
Precisely. They're taking a truly holistic approach,
Yeah.
recognizing that all these elements, they're interconnected. And speaking of interconnectedness, there's another area they address that I think is particularly important.
Okay, what's that?
Harm reduction.
I gotta admit, when I first saw that on the list of services, I was a little taken aback.
I hear ya. It's not your typical health check item.
It's not, but then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? This actually makes perfect sense.
Right. It really does.
It speaks volumes about their commitment to meeting men where they're at, not judging, just helping.
Exactly. They're acknowledging that The reality is that some men engage in risky behaviors, and the Men's Resource Center, they're not turning a blind eye to that. They're
Yeah.
saying, okay, this is happening. Let's talk about it. Let's make it safer.
And they're actually providing practical tools to minimize the potential harm.
Right. Things like Narcan to reverse opioid overdoses,
Yeah.
fentanyl testing strips to check drug content, and even sterile syringes.
Wow, they're really tackling this head on.
It's a compassionate approach. It acknowledges the complexities of human behavior.
Right.
The goal of harm reduction, it's not about condoning risky behaviors. It's about reducing the negative consequences associated with them,
Yeah.
even if the behaviors themselves continue.
Yeah, it's about meeting people where they are.
It is. It's about saving lives and providing a safety net.
So let's say someone listening is intrigued, right? They decide, okay, I want to check this out. I want to go get this physical health check at the Men's Resource Center.
I'd say go for it.
What can they expect to walk away with? Like, what's included?
They receive a pretty comprehensive package. It's designed to empower them to, really take control of their health.
Okay, I like that. Break it down for me.
All right, so first off, they get a printout of all their vital signs.
So they have that data, that baseline.
Exactly, for their own records. And then there's the personalized wellness prescription we talked about earlier.
Right, with those tailored lifestyle changes, nutrition advice, supplement recommendations.
Exactly. And they also provide referrals to relevant specialists based on individual needs, whether it's for sexual health, hair loss, any other concerns that came up during the session.
So they're not just giving you information, they're actually helping you take the next steps.
That's the key. It's all about action. And to help guys stay proactive about their health in the future, they provide this age-based health screening guide.
Oh, that's interesting.
It's like a roadmap of what screenings and checkups to prioritize at different stages of life.
That's really valuable. I know I personally struggle to keep track of all those recommendations.
That can be a lot.
And of course, they provide that helpful doctor's note summarizing the findings and any potential concerns for their physician.
Right, so they're prepared for that next step.
It's really a comprehensive package.
It is. And here's what truly sets them apart, all these services, everything we've talked about. It's completely free.
Wow, really? Free?
Supported by donations. No insurance barriers. They're making this accessible to every man, regardless of their financial situation.
That's incredible. It removes such a huge obstacle that often prevents men from seeking the care they need.
It's a testament to their dedication to making men's health a priority for everyone.
It's really remarkable,
It is. They've really done something special here.
They have. It's amazing that they've managed to create this whole program, this comprehensive approach to men's health, and make it accessible to everyone. We've covered a lot of ground today.
We have. It's been quite a deep dive.
It has. It has. We talked about those 8 vital signs, right? The personalized wellness coaching, the sensitive topics they address, the harm reduction tools they offer, and that impressive package you walk away with.
Lots to unpack.
There is. So for you, what stands out? Like, what do you think is the most impactful part of this whole approach?
That's a good question. I think for me, it's the way they've integrated all these different elements. It's seamless. You got the objective health data, and then they layer on that personalized guidance, the sensitive support, even those harm reduction tools.
It's all connected.
Exactly. It's a truly holistic and accessible program. Like this is how men's healthcare should be approached.
I couldn't agree more. They've really broken down those barriers. I mean, the fear of judgment, the lack of awareness, even financial constraints, all those things that keep men from prioritizing their health.
Right. Those roadblocks.
And in doing so, they're sending a powerful message. It's like they're saying, hey, your health matters, and there's support available every step of the way.
It's about empowering men to be proactive, to be engaged in their own health journey.
Well said. Well said. Okay, before we wrap up this deep dive, I want to leave our listeners with something to think about, a little homework, if you will.
Ooh, we like homework.
Knowing what you now know about the Men's Resource Center, their approach, everything we've discussed, what's one small change you could make today to invest in your long-term well-being? Just one thing.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
It's something we should all be asking ourselves.
Yeah.
Even the smallest step, right? It can have a ripple effect on your health over time.
Absolutely. And for anyone listening who wants to learn more, we encourage you to check out the Men's Resource Center website.
Yeah, great resource.
Or even, book your own physical health check. You might be surprised by what you discover.
It's an investment for sure, in your present and your future.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Yeah.
So guys, take that first step. Your health is worth it. And until next time, keep diving deep.